going to fill up a broken token organizer for Gloomhaven. This actually was fairly easy to put together. I had a mallet that I used, a rubber mallet, which got it all to go. You could theoretically put it together with your hands, but your fingers would be pretty ruined after it. This is not glued at all, and it's stuck together very well. Took me probably a half hour to put it all together, but learning the first time to do it, to put it all into the Gloomhaven box, it's probably going to take a little bit longer. So let's start taking stuff apart, filling it up, and filling up the box. Alright, so the first thing we're going to start with is the monster boxes. There is a lot of these on here. There's going to be two things going into this. It's going to be the monster activities, what they're doing, as well as their stand that you have. And these will be, when you play the game, put onto these. There's another part to these as well, which is going to be these, which tell you their special abilities, but that's going to be for a little bit later. That's going to be with one of these other boxes over here. Anyways, let's get started on that. So these are stone golems. So all I have to do is take this and find out which one's a stone golem.
Oh, I can do that.
So, on these here, these are the standees for the different monsters. Now if you look, there's more than one. So you may have 4, 6, 8, whatever. But you need to go through all these and find out all of them, so that way you can add them all to your box. So we're going to start here off the beginning. We're going to fill up as we go down, see how many we find, fill it up. Now, they don't have names on them though, so best to go by the picture on them. So you look for this picture, and we find that one right here. So we know that one goes in here. No problem. So now that these are organized by boxes, there's a few that we weren't really sure about here, but I'm sure we'll figure that out in a little bit. But each of these are going to fit into here, like so. There's 6 of these, so you could probably put 3 and 3. There's a little bit of extra room in these ones, but some of the other ones look like they might be tight, and they're going to go in here, like so. So you can stack them all out, all the rows, just like you saw earlier. So we're going to put these together now. So in these 2 boxes here, there's a size difference. Now this box here had it had 10 as opposed to this one, which probably just had 6. So some of them need to be a little bigger to get all the stands in them. So, but they'll all fit in here, so we'll be good. So in these boxes here, there is 3 kinds. Now this box is a little bit thicker than usual as well, but these are all, this particular one is all archers. So that's what's labeled on the back. So depending on your scenario, you may have a different picture as well. So it'll fit. All right. One more.
One more. What is that?
Attack modifier.
Oh, yeah.
So this one here, for this deck, I think I figured this out. So these are monster decks. Tell by the M in the corner. But this, there's some here with stars as well. So you modify your deck with pluses and minuses and special abilities. So that's probably what goes into here. Okay, so these we're going to set by for later because we couldn't figure out where those go. We'll probably figure those out later. The attack modifier deck is just like your player deck, which is going to go in here, which is just your plus or minuses, your blessing, and your curse. These other ones here, though, these are going to go...
How did you know it was these ones and not the other ones?
Because I looked online.
No, I know, but how did you differentiate them?
Pluses and minuses, blesses and curses.
But there's minuses here.
This is a star.
Oh, so
These are monsters.
Okay.
These are modified. These are different.
So it has to have pluses and minuses with an M in the corner.
Yes. And that's going to go into one of these. And these ones here are going to go into here. And we're going to get to this later. But we're just going to put them here for now.
All together? Or?
Sure. We can sort them out again.
No, I'm just asking if they have separate slots. Or...
Yes, they do.
Ooh, they move. That's kind of cool.
There you go. You make all the space that you need for that. So this looks like it's done. Alright, so since we're on the monsters, what's the deal with this one here? This one here, yes, you got it.
Well, got better shape. Right?
That's right. So,
Coming.
these ones here are all your monsters. And they're going to slide into here when you're using them.
Well,
Just a little tight. And then once they're in there, they're like that. So all these are going to fit in here. And there's a lot here. Some of these are skinny ones for some of the smaller boxes, but some of them are larger, it looks like. Or there's a lot of them. That's just a lot of them. So that is a monstrous pile. There's probably just as many as there. But they'll all fit in here nicely with some room to spare in there as well. Let's see. Let's see what else we can do. Let's do, say, this one. Now this one is going to be for your special event cards. And there. So these are going to fit in here as well as your, what else? There's also item cards here. No, it's going to be these ones here. You know what cards we have, right? Okay, so this is just that one. Now on the bottom as well, it has a spot for your sealed envelopes. And these ones here, your town records, and this card as well. They're going to fit right on the bottom here. We can slide that in. And that's a bit of a tight fit. I'm going to move this one to the side. Make it a little bit easier. So we can open these up. Now these ones I'm not going to do. But these ones are for the player decks. Since we haven't started yet, we don't need it. But now there is 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, and they stack nicely on top of each other. You can put your attack deck here. You can put your cards here for what you play. You have tokens and such, and you can put right on top of there. There's a space on top for the card for your character, as well as anything else you might need in there. That's your character sheet and such. So I'm just going to set that one out of the way. Now, these ones will fit in nicely into here. Any order you like, of course. Not being judged on style or aesthetic. I believe there is some more cards that are coming later for this. So that was good. What else shall we do?
There's little cards.
Little cards. Oh, I'll go into here. Now, there is a number on the back of some of these. Alright, so these are objectives, dungeon objectives. These are random items. Random. Let's see what these are again. Random locations.
That's a big one. You need to split it.
And these are numbered on the back of these. It's hard to see, but there are some numbers on here that will tell you which ones they are. These are special items. So we're going to put them in here.
Oh, maybe that's what a big gap.
Now this one here goes by prosperity of your town. So you may, when your town gets bigger, separate these. but we'll just stick them all together for now. I'll take that one out. And we'll sort this out during gameplay, because it will tell you how to do that. These are the modifier decks as well, that from earlier. We'll just put them in here, somewhere we like the look of. And these are the quests, dungeon quests, so we'll put them in here.
More pluses and...
So these are the player decks. These are the base player decks, and in the bottom corner there's a number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. These are all identical to each other. They all have the same number of cards in them and the same card effects. So normally we could place them into here if you wanted to, but you're not always playing with the same number of people. Maybe you're playing 2-player, 1-player, 3-player, 4-player.
Yeah.
So you could put them all into here, and these stack on nicely. Alright, so we could keep it like that, and if you wanted to sleeve them, you'd have space to put them on their sleeves in there. Do we have? We can do these. Thinking of monsters. We have 2 kinds of these. We have the regular and we have the elites, which are the yellow, because the yellow is elite. And these are going to fit into here. I believe this is a bit of a challenge though. I don't think you can just put it in there very easily. You can't just chuck them in here and hope they fit, maybe. A little bit of extra room in there, so yeah, I guess so.
The yellows.
Yellows might be more of a challenge.
Yeah. Kind of.
But that looks pretty good.
It's going to be okay for now.
Shake a little bit. Not too bad. Depending on how much organization you want to have, you can spend a lot of time organizing this. That is that.
Okay.
Now we're down to tokens.
Yeah.
That fits into one of these.
Okay, I guess we'll start punching.
Okay, so let's see what we could do next. How about you get those little small square boxes?
Yeah.
Those are going to fit into here. These are your character stands. All the different classes.
So those are the pawns we play?
Yes. We don't know what they are until we unlock them. Of course, unless we open up the boxes just cause.
That's cheating.
That is cheating. And if you cheated in this game, there's no help for you. But if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
You're not ruining the surprise. You don't want to do that. It's all about the storyline.
Right. Not about who gets to the highest level fastest. Ooh,
Oh,
it's
there's
kind
a.
of tight.
It's not square. There's rectangles.
Well, some of them fit in a little bit easier one way or the other.
Oh. Do they all go? There was like 2. The first 2 I gave you were on the side.
First 2, well, depending on the character you're playing,
Oh.
that will fit there. So if we're going to play, I don't know, tentacles? No, that's not it. But we can put that right onto the top, and that will fit it nicely. These ones seem to be a little more challenging if you try to put all of them in at the same time. Hey!
All right.
Right.
What about these? Just so I can put them away.
I believe it's in that one, but I'm not too sure. I think, yeah, it is. I think the process of elimination says it's that one.
Anywhere?
Sorry, left. Now these have symbols on them, so they're fairly easy to figure out which one is which. But this was made for both versions of the game, and there is some changes in between the two. Some of them are not used. So, while we're doing this,
Give me one.
this you can fill up with the stuff I'm punching out.
On the left side, I guess.
Wherever they fit. Alright, well this looks good. Few might need to be moved around a little bit, but we're good enough at least to pack it up. Alright, so I'm going to move these to the side. Now what do we have left here? On top of this, when we look at this big one, this is going to be for the large pieces. We have a listing on here on how to do this. So let's try to do this.
Is it for the boxes or just
No.
for the boards?
The big boards.
Okay, so you want me to go get them?
These here.
Yep.
Sure. So, get them all punched out. Move this to the side for now. So let's go on to these ones here. These are status effects.
So these don't go in there?
No.
Do you think they go in here?
We'll find out. We'll find out if there's any extra spaces.
Okay.
So that's all done. So this is kind of just moving around. So if you were to put this in the box and shake this, those will probably fly out as well as these. Everything else seems pretty solid, but we'll see when we get done. So last one is this part here. Now I believe this is just the summons, but I guess we'll try to get these in here somehow. I don't think there's anywhere else that we can put these, so let's try it out. So we have a whole bunch of stuff here. Let's somehow get it in the box. So let's take the box. I'm going to have to pull all this out. The bottom one is open funny. Just because it's been opened before. Now these are sealed.
Ooh. Is that wax?
No. Oh, there's something else
What did you forget?
on the bottom. Open this envelope when you feel you deserve it.
I deserve it right now. I did all this.
Not this video, not this video. We're going to save that for later.
Yeah,
Do you deserve it?
There
Look at
or
that.
underneath the other
Sealed
thing.
and everything.
I know, but underneath the other thing?
No.
There was one you could slide
Yeah,
stuff
we
in.
can put it in there.
Okay.
Okay, so locked ones.
So you had to take out the plastic thing.
Yeah, you can't have the plastic in there. Now, we're looking for locked only. So these ones are unlocked.
I dropped one.
Okay. These ones are unlocked. Let's put those like that.
Okay. Then we have to put these inside the boxes before, because these go in the bottom. So you find the box of these while I go pick up the one I dropped. Okay, back at it.
All done. Alright, so, oh yes, the player sheet as well. That'll go on top of this pile here. Alright.
Should fit it in between two when we pack it.
Sure. Okay, well we rearrange everything. And let's give it a go. I'm going to stop a few times. We have unlocked characters on one side, we have locked characters on another, and of course you can just move this around as you need to, but we're going to place this in between, like so. Now,
I don't think they can see.
no, we can't. This character box will go up against the first side. This is all your monsters. That will fit in there nicely. Now, because you're playing this game, you're unlocking some of these. You don't have any space on the side. Now, what they tell you to do is place this on the side here. Now, the only way you're going to do that is if you take 4 of these characters and you fill in these spots. So I'm going to take out 4 right now to show you. And they would of course expect you to break down these boxes to make space. So I'm going to move all of this over. Place that in here. Now you might have room for one or two of these. Inside the box still. Looks like one. So if you have 3 characters sitting in a spot, you'd be okay. Now, on the bottom as well, you're going to be your standees and monsters.
I think it was this one.
Ah, yes, you're right. But below that, you're right, was this. So I'm going to place this. Then we're going to place these 2 next to each other, like this. Now, what's next? I'm not sure.
Once again.
Yeah, I'm just going to stick these in here. 1 and 2. And that should fit in nicely. That makes them pretty much flat level. 1 and 2. Sorry, this one here. That makes another flat level. How do these go? Let's take the base of this game as well. Let's check this out. This is going to be the top of the box here. So we're placing that on top. So below that, we need to place these. Board. We need the board. That's what we're missing.
Instructions.
These as well fit on the very top, as well as the book.
So we got these things.
Oh,
They go in the players.
character section, yeah. Actually, there's a good alternative for that, I think. Might be able to fit away with, no, I'm going to go with the players. So that's a bit further down. But I don't know how this is going to work exactly. I'm going to take these books and place them here. On the middle there, we'll place these, as well as these tokens, like this. The game board on top will keep everything down at the right level. That should be pretty much level at that point. You can place the stickers and any of the books or whatever you have here, and then on top of everything, you place the top of the box. Now, with these tokens here as well, you might as well throw them in here. It's going to be a little bit tight. As you see, we still have 3 of these boxes. If we had broken these boxes down, we could place it on here to shut it. So, if we had, we can get the lid all the way down to the bottom, and we're solid to the bottom of the box. There's a little bit of space on the bottom, but that's now an even heavier box. So, have a good shelf to put this on. This is not a small thing. Well, thank you very much for checking this out. Looks like it was a lot of fun. Took us a while to go through it, but hopefully it'll be easier to go through the game, unpacking and packing. Thank you very much for checking this out. See you around.
Au revoir. Hi everybody. No, that was a long job. The iMovie timer says that my video is over 1 hour 20 minutes long, so I'm gonna add some fast forward in there so it's not too long for you to watch. But you get the idea that there's a lot of pieces and the organizer is gonna come in so handy. I love the fact that it fits back into the original box. It was made for that specific game. It has the right number of little slot containers and little card placement thing. I mean, it's perfect for that game. The guys who thought of doing that, they're geniuses. And it fits into the original box. This is just awesome. But it was a lot of work. An hour 20 later, I'm just gonna put everything together, a couple fast forwards, and see how long it lasts. And tomorrow or the day after, we'll play our first game and see how it goes. So that's gonna be a short video for me. It's getting late, and I'll see you later. Don't forget to click the like, subscribe, and share buttons. Bye.